Happy Tuesday, everyone. I hope you enjoyed your Monday off for President's Day. I know I did with 10 hours of hockey. We've got 7 college basketball plays for you today. And of course, I'll have my NHL game at the end. I'm here with 2 of the best in the business, Micah Roberts and Kenny White. I'm Alex, your host for Odds Checker. All right, let's get started. We've been following these conference games, looking at motivation, revenge, and trends. Kenny, let's start with you. First game, we got Siena Saints at Monmouth. Monmouth minus 7.5. Total on that game, 133. What do you like here?
Yeah, this is a really big game in the Metro Atlantic Athletic Conference. Siena right now sitting at number 2 in the conference. Monmouth number 4. They're hosting this game. Both teams, looking for that bye in the first round of the tournament. And you know what? Look at the rankings, the offensively and defensively. I just said Siena's ranked number 2. Monmouth is number 4 in the conference. Offensive rating, Siena number 8, defense number 3. Monmouth 10 on defense, number 4 on 10 on offense, number 4 on defense. So Siena clearly the better basketball team. And we're getting 7.5 points with the Saints in this game. I think it's a big battle. I like the way Siena's playing. They're 6-2 straight up their last 8 games, and they're 7-2 ATS their last 9. Now, maybe people didn't know this, but Monmouth covered the first 12 games of the year this year. 12 straight covers to start the year. Since that time, though, when that happens, bookmakers and oddsmakers are adjusting and adjusting and adjusting. And now they're the point. Monmouth is 6-8 ATS their last 14 games. The number has finally caught up with them. They're still a 7.5 point favorite over a team who's ranked higher than them in the conference game. So give me Siena plus 7.5.
I like it. Still have 6 more to go. Micah, let's go to you. We're looking at the MAC. Ball State Cardinals, they're at Kent State minus 9.5. What do you have here?
We're going to go with the hot team in the MAC right now. That is definitely Kent State. They're rolling. They just took care of the 2 first-place teams last week. An amazing week of hoops, beating Toledo, beating Ohio. Now next up is Ball State, who has lost 3 of their last 4. Kent State won their last 8 games, 7-0-1 against the spread. They're playing their best ball of the season, cruising, and you could probably get a good price on them to win the MAC conference tournament, which looks good right now. Toledo's going to be tough to beat. Ohio's going to be tough to beat again. But the role that they're on right now is quite impressive. So we're going to go ahead and lay the 9.5 with Kent State to keep rolling.
Okay, Kenny, what about you? You've got a game in the MAC as well. Central Michigan at Ohio. The Bobcats minus 18, 143 in that one.
Yeah, this would be a up and down, up-tempo game. Tony Barbary for Central Michigan has always been an up-tempo guy, and Jeff Bowles for Ohio likes to push the pace. Very good offensive team as well. Ohio has the biggest differential from overs to unders home and away. At home this year, the Ohio Bobcats are 11-2 to the over. On the road, they're 10-2 to the under. Completely opposite. At home, their games average 151. On the road, their games average 128. They're my biggest differential in home over and under number from home and away. And they're at home. 18-point favorite. Should be a blowout. A lot of points scored. They'll put up a big number here. Central Michigan 4-1 to the over their last 5 games. So they're playing higher as well. So over 143, Central Michigan and Ohio.
Okay. Looking at the Big East, Micah, we've got a great matchup here. Villanova at Connecticut. Connecticut minus 2, the total 136.
Yeah, we're going to go with Connecticut here. And this is one of those things just based on how they're playing. They're playing so much better than they did earlier in the season. Connecticut, that is. They've won their last 3 games, and it's all with defense and holding opponents at 39% overall on the season. But at home, they're even stingier, 37% they're holding teams. They're also the number 2 block shot team in the nation, 6.8 per game. And it's not one player that's doing all the dominating. It's about 8 guys. No one is averaging more than 2 per game. Very impressive collective unit defensively. They get it. They're well coached. And so is Villanova. They've won 5 straight, but they're only 2 of 5 ATS their last 7, playing a little under their regular. And you also got Circa Sports. They have a prop up to win the Big East. Big East minus Villanova minus 170. Villanova plus 135. I think that's good value with taking somebody else other than Villanova to win at this juncture. Villanova has won the last 5 meetings, so this is a big game for Connecticut at home. The crowd, I expect everybody to be pumped up in Connecticut to be well coached enough to win this game cover as well.
Okay, I'm excited about that one. Kenny, you've got 2 in the SEC. Let's start with Arkansas at Florida. This game is a pick right now. Total on this, 135.5.
Yeah, give me Arkansas in this game and pick just to win the game. They have the better basketball team, and the numbers prove that out. In conference so far, 6th best offense, number 1 defensive team in the SEC. Florida, number 7 on offense, number 10 defensively. A huge difference in defensive philosophies here. Eric Musselman has really played solid defense. And look at what Florida's coming off a big win. Florida beat Mike and I on Saturday. We both had Auburn. Florida, a big win, 63-62. Previous to that, they were 0-5 ATS. So they did get a big win, but I think this could be now a letdown for them. Arkansas roll with them, 11-1 ATS. Their last 12 games, they've been tremendous covering spreads, and I think they get the win here. Alabama is at Vanderbilt. I'm going over the total. Alabama is a team that plays very fast. And on the road, they have not disappointed. 10-2-1 to the over this year. They just went over easily at Kentucky, a very solid defensive team. And now they're playing Vanderbilt, who's starting to finally get healthy and getting players back in the lineup. And they're starting to push the pace more. Vanderbilt has gone over 7 straight games. Alabama and Vandy over 151.
I love an over. I'll be on that one as well. All right, Micah, finish us off. We're going to the Mountain West, SDSU at Boise State. The Broncos -2 total on that, 119.
Yeah, that total looks like out of this world too high compared to the first game they met January 22nd. Boise State at San Diego State, 42-37. They covered. They got the +4.5. Didn't need it, won outright, but 42-37. I mean, my goodness. So the total, something to look at here, maybe under, but it's so low. It's like, oh, geez. But you see the first game, it can happen. What I like about Boise State is they've won and covered their last 2, but they've maintained themselves. They've only lost twice in the Mountain West Conference. They're the top seed there. San Diego State is 3rd. They're 9-3. Probably it looks like they're going to have 3 teams for sure in the Mountain West Conference make the NCAAs, and maybe 4. And who knows, maybe UNLV can win the tournament and get in as well. That's hope, but they're playing great ball as well. But anyway, back to this game. San Diego State, I'm looking at the number here, and it's Boise State's only favored by 2. They both only have 6 losses on the year, but San Diego State on the road, 3-4, does not play as well. Great defense, 38% allowed shooting their opponents. Boise does a little worse at 41%, but still great. But the home court is the edge here. This is the edge. I'm only laying 2 with the home team, the first place team in the conference. I know it's big for San Diego State as well. They've won their last 5, but all lower tiered teams in the conference. They beat Fresno, Utah State, Air Force, San Jose State, and Nevada. Not exactly those top 5 teams in the conference like Boise's been taken care of. So I look for Boise to continue their run and keep playing well and win the conference.
All right, great stuff. As always, we got 7 college basketball picks. Here's my 1 NHL. I've given out Toronto over recently and Columbus over. Now these 2 are playing each other. So, of course, I'm going over 6.5 with the Toronto Maple Leafs at Columbus. Both these teams 8-2 to the over in their last 10. Maple Leafs 4th highest scoring team in the league, averaging 3.58 goals per game. Columbus giving up the 2nd most in the league at 3.65. Doesn't look like either of their top 2 goalies will be playing for Columbus. So I like this over here. If that's too much for you, you can always look at over 1.5 in the first period. Both of these teams, Columbus, 67% of their games have gone over that first period, and Toronto, 60%, 29-19 this season. So there you have it. Thanks so much for watching our video. Make sure and look back. We're going to have an NBA Futures video coming up here soon. I'm Alex here with Micah Roberts and Kenny White for Odds Checker. We'll see you next time.